So here we are. I can't believe that this is the last week of our recipe cookbook competition. These 8 weeks have just flown by for me, as I'm sure they have for you. You've made some incredible recipes using your Philadelphia cream cheese. And now I have one more recipe to get you into the kitchen, coming up with your own fantastic dessert. I'm gonna show you my butter tartlet recipe. This has all the sweet, addictive taste of your traditional butter tart, but it's even better. Philadelphia cream cheese gives these delicious morsels their full-bodied taste and texture and makes these simple delicacies your dessert that can be enjoyed at any occasion. So we're gonna start with our tart shells. I've got everything I need laid out right here. We've got flour, sugar, we're gonna throw in a little pinch of salt, and I've got some very cold cubed butter. We're gonna use the food processor to combine everything together nice and quick. I'm gonna start with adding the flour. We're gonna throw in our sugar and just a pinch of salt. And into our dry ingredients, we're just gonna put our cold cubed butter straight on in there. With that all in together, on goes the lid. A few pulses, it'll be crumbly and ready to go. Once we've got it all crumbly and ready to go here, we're just gonna transfer it over into a bowl, which is gonna make it easier for me to make up the mini tart shells. So we're gonna take our crumb mixture that we made in the food processor and spoon it into our mini tart shells, which have been prepared with some nonstick spray already. I'm gonna fill these about halfway full with some of the crumb mixture and then go in and press them into the bottom and the sides of the pan to create like a little tiny pie shell. So we're gonna press these right into the bottom and into the sides of our little mini tart pan. Use your thumb for around the sides, use your finger for the bottom, whatever works for you. The key is to not let your crust get too thin. These are gonna make a really solid, sturdy base. We have a full-bodied filling that we're gonna be adding in here. So we want a nice, good base in a tart shell. I'm gonna finish up making the rest of my mini tart shells. It's just gonna take me a couple minutes. Then I'm gonna put them in my preheated oven, 350 degrees, only for about 8 minutes until they're nice and lightly golden brown. And during that time, we're gonna start making up our filling. With everything going into the food processor, the butter tartlets are super easy. There's no right or wrong order, we're just gonna toss them in. So I'm going to start with the eggs and crack them straight into the food processor. That way I save myself the step of putting them into a separate bowl. If there's any shells in my food processor, I can just pick them out right away. Okay, now with the eggs in there, we're gonna put in our melted butter. I'm gonna move on and toss in the brown sugar. A little bit of flour, a pinch of salt. Baking powder's up next. And a little splash of vanilla will give it just a little extra sweetness. Now the ingredient that's gonna make the biggest difference in our butter tarts is our Philadelphia cream cheese. So I have room temperature cream cheese cut into cubes here. We're gonna put that straight into the food processor also. Okay, so we're gonna put the lid on top, close it up, blend it up until it's all nice and smooth and uniform. This looks about perfect to me. And it's a good thing that we made this while our tart shells were baking, because I find if I get distracted and leave the kitchen while my mini tart shells are in the oven, I'm gonna burn them every time. So I like to stay in the kitchen, work on the filling, and the timing is just about perfect. They should be nice and golden. I'm gonna go grab them and I'll meet you back here. Now that we've got our golden tart shells out of the oven, I'm gonna start with putting just a few raisins into the bottom of each tart shell. This is the way that we make sure that there's a good amount of raisins in each mini tart. If you prefer, chopped walnuts or pecans or something along those lines goes fantastic in these mini tartlets also. Now with our raisins all in there distributed and ready to go, we're gonna start with our filling. The important thing to remember with your filling is you only need about maybe half a tablespoon into each tart. If you overfill them, as tasty as it might be, they're gonna be a little bit too high, because these are gonna raise up with that little bit of baking powder that we put in, along with the cream cheese. These are gonna be full-bodied and absolutely delicious. So we're gonna fill up each tart, and then they're gonna go into our 350-degree oven. They're only gonna take about 7 to 10 minutes until the tartlets start to brown around the edges, and then you'll know they're ready to come out. So our butter tartlets have come out of the oven. They're perfectly golden brown. I've let them set right in the pan for about 5 minutes and they look so good. So I'm gonna loosen the sides of the tarts, carefully just pop them out. And thanks to the fact that we prepared our pan, they come out nice and smooth, and we're gonna set them right on our plate. So with our mini tarts on our plate, we're gonna dust it just lightly with some icing sugar. You want to hit the icing sugar all over the plate as well as on the top of the tarts. It just adds so much delicate character and really adds to your presentation. So there you have it. It has been great being your dessert host, and there's still more fun to come. You have until this Sunday to get in your final dessert recipes using Philly cream cheese. This is your chance to be part of the community cookbook and take home $100. We're gonna have a lot more going on that you're gonna wanna be a part of. So go to realwomenoffphiladelphia.ca. Join the community, share your recipes, and meet new friends. And I can't wait to try your fantastic desserts in my kitchen.